Hey there, folks. You can stop me if you've seen this before. Well, you probably haven't, but it's kind of Gettysburg in reverse here, at least in terms of the positioning of the two sides. Let's see. The campaign map stuff. So I think I'm going to get reinforcements. This is one of those battles that it immediately went to siege rather than kind of you got to fight this now or never. And I called up. I was waiting for the second set of reinforcements. I don't know if they ever arrived, or that they're going to, because you don't really get told in advance. So, like, whatever. We got about even numbers overall, so they got a slight advantage. We should have an artillery advantage. If that's correct, and they get 40 guns, that's more than I thought that they would have. Certainly with my reinforcements, I was going to have twice as much in terms of men, and I think more than that in terms of artillery. But we'll see what happens. We have the few victory points there are. We started with this one. We started down here in that corner. We took that one, and I don't see any others yet. They've pulled ahead in the balance of power here and given us a minor defeat if we're not able to do more. So we'll see if we're able to do more. Again, this is kind of light skirmishing. I don't know if the rest of this force is here with them. In fact, maybe rather than bringing the cavalry back, we'll see where the rest of that force is. It's raining, so everybody's pretty miserable. These guys have had combat before. Qualitatively, it's not one of the best regiments. I mean, there's still a brigade or two in here that has mixed muskets. So, you know, we'll do what we can in spite of that. But most of the infantry have either Lorenzes or Enfields or something to that effect. We're going to get our artillery set up here. It's nothing to write home about. It looked like it was mostly 6-pound field guns and 12-pound howitzers. So we're scraping the bottom of the arty bucket here. All right, that battery might be a little too close to some of the others. I don't know. I don't know if they're going to be able to fire. They say they are. I say they will be. You're good. You're going to be fine. We'll go for some optimum positioning here, and then I'll bring it back. So things have developed a little bit more. This is not too surprising. The fighting really has ended up all in and around Gettysburg itself. Are we prone? We are. We're just not shooting at anything. We have some skirmishers in that house. We have some skirmishers in that house. We got that gun there. I cannot believe this gun has line of sight to anything. Actually, I think it's probably just hitting our own building, and that's not doing us any favors. So what I'm doing is I'm switching the artillery to this field, which I presume is going to have a better time of it. Move this battery over here and see if they can get any better luck. And then I'm sending skirmishers around to deal with their tired infantry. Again, all the while we have 400 skirmishers in these houses and these two sets of buildings here who should be shooting. I don't know what their problem is. They cannot find anyone to shoot at, I guess. Alright, well, you're routed, because, you know, that's what happens when you do that. Alright. Infantry is fine, it's just a little too far away to be of that much assistance. I'm going to put one brigade over there, just so that there's something to defend. The artillery, if they get rushed, neither our best nor our worst work. It looks like our numbers of guns oh no, it didn't decline. Alright, I thought it did, but relative casualties have been in our favor, probably because of the skirmishers in those buildings and the artillery fire. The skirmishers I've sent out into the fields have generally been obliterated. So, let's see if we can put an end to that. We'll get these guns set up as well. I would hope that guns this far on the flank don't have any issues with line of sight or anything like that. Should be close enough to be accurate. Even, yes, even those guns. But not so close that their infantry can costlessly rush them. And given that they're exhausted, I don't think that they could even if they wanted to. So I don't know how exactly garrisoning buildings work. I don't know if we hold them until they get blown up, and then the unit routes. I'm not sure what to expect from that. But given the relatively small numbers on both sides, it's about 10,000 on each side, this is probably just about all the forces there are. So that's Wing Coops Brigade. I've seen them before in other battles. They got 2,000. It's about 2,000. There were 2 brigades over here, so I'm assuming that's probably all of it. Unless there's like a mystery additional brigade. Alright, have those folks on limber. Alright, there's one of the other brigades. Yep, that's 2,000, and that's 20. So I think that accounts for the full 10,000. And I believe one more unit can have skirmishers. Currently do not. Just gotta find them. Alright. They're firing, and it's a slow go for the Union infantry through that. Man, I said I did not think it could happen, and it did. Maybe it's just because of this infantry that might not be that big of a deal. All right, you're over there. I have you right there. So, what they do have, and I cannot find, is their other battery that's giving them 40 guns. I guess there's quite a bit of open space this way. We go this way. They're firing, and firing. That's all good. Fortunately, they've gone idle. I'm guessing it's because of skirmishers. It's going to be a little bit of NTW3. They're going to have to charge the buildings and clear them out, but unlike NTW3, we can't quite see inside, but we can get fairly low. Usually there's too much micro for me to pay attention to this stuff, but alright, so we finally took 2 casualties in the buildings. That is it. DH Hill. Skirmishers are over there, huh? I do like how the sprites kind of shift what they fire. I mean, 2/3 of the batteries are firing at Negley's brigade, the other third is firing into this main push over here. Alright, I don't know how those guys would get taken down quite so quickly. Trying to convince them to go. Alright, so they are laying down, doing the urban warfare thing. Urban warfare 1861. Wonder. I guess 3 to 1 is fine if you have even numbers, but doesn't feel like we're doing terribly well. I mean, the AI has done a good job of at least keeping their forces together, although they are quite tired. I really wonder if it's my artillery that's hitting this. church here. The sprites look like they're aimed over here and they're just crumbling this house. So I don't think it's them, but and if I'm not mistaken, DH Hill's I don't know where those skirmishers have gone. Alright, but I can see what's going to happen if I don't move up. So those batteries are going to be taken out if we don't move up. So we got to try to protect them. And they do have two brigades that are kind of separated from the rest of their force. This brigade is almost entirely cut itself off from the rest of its force. I wish this battery would just kind of take aim at that brigade and tee off on them. That would be perfectly fine. But yeah, this is gonna hurt for these brigades I'm sending in. This is very real chance this is not gonna go well. You got to be the ones that step up into the group that's shooting into you. That's not necessarily a good thing. Honestly, you should go there. You should go there. Yeah, their skirmishers are shooting at artillery. That's not going to be good for our artillery at all. One cannon, 6-pounder, has them in canister range, but that's about all the good news there is. How's this battery doing? Alright, it's gone idle, unfortunately. We'll just move that back. That battery is still fighting, so we're going to keep it in the fight. Troops are there. They're trying to move up. Try to keep our commander very close to the infantry, as it's probably the toughest fight we've been in. We can see that Cutshaw's artillery is definitely working their way through their own canister. Trying to get, I don't know, I think we found the other battery. Whether we wanted to or not, it looked like there were two batteries up here a moment ago. Alright, you guys really got to show up here. I wonder how Wickham's guys are doing in terms of the casualties they've inflicted. Cheatham's guys are still holding out here. Phenomenally. Yes, see, so those are the two batteries. Patterson's. Yes, they're ready to fight. It is extremely risky to throw just one cavalry unit at one artillery unit. Throw one at two is almost certainly not going to work out well. See, why oh why are we not moving up here? I think if I go this way, it should, oh. I don't know that they're going to be able to get the angle to fire both batteries at me. They might. We'll see, but this is turning out to be... I kind of thought this was going to be a cakewalk. I was like, what's the worst that could happen here? Let's say if these guys take too much more of a pounding, it probably makes sense to just pull them back. You know what? I think it does make sense to pull them back. It's always dangerous to pull back under fire, but at least they're doing it with infantry and other artillery support. But it shows once again the power of... Holy moly, guys. I'm telling you, go to loose formation. Don't feud with me on this. You're going to get absolutely wrecked if you do. Alright, now these guys cannot fire for some reason. Alright. Well, at least their artillery's not looking at me. That's like the one plus I have going. They're pulling back. They claim to be firing. Very interested to see how this is going. Yeah, I mean, they're pulling the relative casualties back. I mean, it's now less than 2 to 1, or it was 3 to 1. They're gonna reform down there. Alright, good. We beat them. Now what I want to do is I want to move these guys back. They're gonna get new skirmishers. Alright, and now that brigade broke. So, we got a little bit of a reprieve here. You know what? Since we do, let's mount up and get out of here. And we'll turn that battery right around. Plug away at Negley. Looks like they've already come back for more. Alright. There's a group of skirmishers I hadn't been using. So we'll use them to press up like that. That's not what I meant to do with them, but oh well. Right, and now they have their skirmishers back, and now we'll shoot at them. Hopefully they're not obstructing one another. Oh no, guys. No, no, no. I told you to mount up. Like, you need to mount up. You absolutely need to do what you're told here. I know you think you know better, but you don't. I think I just gotta let him go at this point. I mean, yeah, you're probably gonna break, dudes, because for whatever reason, hey, if you're gonna be there, you might as well spread out. I have no idea what you're doing, but you'll break because of that. They can't do all they can do. What are you doing? Alright, fix yourself there like that. That's fine. Yep, you absolutely broke. Because you're going to fight with me as to whether you should leave the field mounted or dismounted. Let's see how bad it is. Once they get out, okay, so once they stop being flanked and are no longer under artillery fire, it looks like there's a plan to maybe stop there, so we'll see if that plan comes to fruition. You all should get low. You all should be at long range. Alright, we still control town center, that's what we're looking for. We're a bit bunched up here. So they've broken. So Negley's is a bit in a terrible position here. So let's make it a little worse. Move up like that. I guess they're gonna fight with me over whether they should go prone or not. Alright. Oh. I lost some guns? I lost 22 guns? Oh, looks like one of those batteries broke. Did I know about that? Gardner routed. Well, that was the cavalry. I started this with 5 batteries. Yeah, we definitely just lost one. So those skirmishers, I guess, are going to be recalled to do that. I do not remember. Oh, okay. So it's Cutshaws. And low cohesion, cut off from commander. I don't know if I see that ever getting brought back. Probably not. Alright, you've routed. Fantastic. So, move those guys up. Get new skirmishers. I'm going to send them to go try to deal with that artillery. I did not. I don't think I sent new skirmishers from you. Alright. Whatever. So yeah, we're ending up with a pretty close one because of some bad breaks. Let's see if we can try to get extra stuff on there. Do we have skirmishers here? Guess not. These guys are just idle again. Huh. Don't know what's up with them. I think their cohesion is pretty bad. Are you guys actually firing? Alright, that answers that. Yeah, these guys have no rally point, so they're gone, I'm assuming. Oh boy, I did not know that their casualties were that heavy. Move you up there. I'm gonna move you up there. Push you over to there. Alright. Jeez. These guys have taken absolutely horrendous casualties. You can tell. I mean, the numbers are almost tied now, which is very odd. We're still going to try to knock these guys out. See if we can do it. says you're idle. I don't know if that's true. Alright. That's gonna ruin your line of sight. Alright, if you're not gonna do anything, just move up. I don't know why it's so hard for you guys to figure this out. Here, get up there, come on, show some of that aggressiveness. I'm very, very surprised that this has not broken. I mean, these guys have been getting absolutely peppered. They're getting artillery fire, they're getting flanking fire. Pretty much everything that would break me, they're getting. And it's like, nah, none of that matters. Limber that artillery up. Move it up real close. Let's see if we can make a point for emphasis here. Yeah, hill's gonna break. Oh my god. These guys are like sprinting backwards faster than I can move forward. This is very rough. Come on, keep moving, guys. Let's just keep our mobile assets mobile. Alright. You're there, you're there. We'll have these guys just pull back because we're not able, even though we're pursuing them, we're not able to pursue them as fast as they're able to get away, so. Which is odd. In my experience, you move slower backwards than you do forwards. And my other infantry is just not, they're just happy to stand and shoot. They're not even gonna kind of make the attempt to pursue. I don't know why that's true with that unit. This unit might be, Cheetah might be good for shooting up their artillery. We're narrowly ahead in the balanced power. Casualty gap is declining. Oops, I should not have taken you out of there. Oh, you're gonna get wrecked. It happens. Alright, you're not the only ones who can fall back and fire. But you might be the only ones who are trying to. You've gone idle for some reason. Alright. Alright. That was nice, although it's actually going, the bounce power is moving back towards the center. Oh, are you kidding me? I have no idea how that happened. Alright. Try to slide them over. I don't know if they're going to try to form there or not. Alright, you go up there. Really need skirmishers to deal with that artillery. It's a great counter to it. Alright, they're skirmishing. Oh! We just jumped up to minor victory. From like dead center to minor victory. I guess because we hit one of their batteries over here and one of them over there. I would bet though the numbers are pretty darn close. Yeah. They are. So we'll go ahead and play. And let's see if we can get back some of our guns. as well as some of theirs. Lost those. We lost those. And their artillery is just gonna proceed to whack me, I guess. Alright. So you can lay down. You guys can go shoot at their artillery. It's fine. But you'll lay down, and you'll lay down. I think that'll be that. These guys are not worth trying to inflict additional casualties. It's not going to produce too much, and they're more likely to break, I think. Let's see. Can you grab those guns? Maybe you can't. I don't know. Whoops. Whoops again. All right. And that'll be time. All right. Well, it's over. Bloodier, closer than I wanted it to be. Hopefully we don't actually lose those many guns. I think because we held the field, I feel like we should be able to recover our guns. All right, what do we have? Our casualties, 257 killed. There's 400 killed. We captured 300 rifles and just 12 guns. All right, so this Army of the Potomac never showed up. Wait, is that how that worked? Yeah, that's how that worked. So the Army of the Potomac didn't show up. Magruder's guys did that one on their own. And we beat the Department of Pennsylvania, which now has to fall back. Now, the reason why that kind of matters is because that Army of Kentucky, which is right around here, should be scouting. I don't know why you don't see. But it is right around here. Has 30,000 men. Something to that effect. Obviously, we don't, right? That's now down to 8,000. They're up to 12,000. So that's 20. I guess actually we have close to 30,000 between those three armies, which is fine. I was going to try to take this fort, but I'd rather deal with their mobile threats. We can always siege the forts out later. There's no real rush on that. The only problem is if Johnston gets 1v1 here, he's in trouble. But that's that part of the map. The center is quiet for now, but they have two big old doom stacks here, 21,050 guns. Now they were operating together, now they're not. 27,000, and so what, between the two of them, that's 48, we'll basically say 50,000 and almost 100 guns. And that is paired off against eventually 12,500, and once we get them over here, where are you? There you are, Chase. So about 20,000 of our own troops, and I don't know. I think that the artillery estimate for our side is usually low. So maybe 75, 80 guns. If we can get both of my armies on the Army of Indiana before it's joined by reinforcements, it's all right. This is the army we just beat up twice. That was a real concern before. Over here, we've taken St. Louis. We're building a fort. Western Army here. I thought the Army of the West was going to come in. I was trying to actually pull them in closer to St. Louis so that we could then turn around and 2v1 them, but they wanted really no part of that. So, whatever. McCullough needs food anyways. I don't quite understand why he's not getting any. I know that food apparently doesn't go to the supply depots, so if you click on these, right, you got forage for horses and so on, but you don't have any food. And it is true that if you go to, say, one of these, I think there's a town here, right? It shows you kind of what they do. And so if you click on whatever it is, it'll show you the direction that it's moving. So crops, I don't know if that's food. Flour could be used in food. So we click on this, and I guess nothing happens then. But all right, I guess that was flour. Shows us the direction of stuff. So I'll keep an eye on it. Thanks for joining me, and hope to have you for the next one.